Hey everyone, it's MeraMangle.
And Chloe Curiosity.
And welcome to another Mangled morning.
Ooh!
Chloe, how are you?
I'm fabulous. I'm somewhere over the rainbow.
Yeah, you've got a house dropped on your head.
Girl, I'm just the toes. You like my earrings?
Those are so cute.
This whole look is cute. It's like the feet.
Yeah. The witch's feet. Her sister.
Oh, it's Elphaba.
Elphaba, her sister.
Not Elphaba.
You know, this look could fit for certain promo themes over the years on Drag Race. Yeah. Like maybe that Candyland one on 14.
Ooh, yes.
The France All-Star promo, when it came out last week, I said, I can't think of anything better than this. I can't think of a group promo that's better than this. So based on suggestions, created a list of some of the greatest promos of all time. All franchises, but just the best of the best of the best. And there's going to be multiple sections we're going to look at. One, where just the photo is the standout, not necessarily the trailer. And the trailer not being like the episode, like showing previews from the challenge, like from the challenges.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the trailer with like them in their promo looks. Okay. Some seasons have that, some don't. We'll first look at just great promo images, then we'll look at seasons that just have a great trailer, maybe not a great promo image. And then finally, we'll look at the best of the best, which are seasons that have both. And there sure was one that came out on top as the best promo overall. Before we get started, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like the video, and join the Patreon where you can see all kinds of additional content you can't see on YouTube. Plus, you're helping support the channel. You can also vote in future polls, help create the list for the videos.
Yes.
And, of course, the watch-alongs. You can join in on the watch-alongs, watch us, watch the episodes, join us, and chat live. You can also support the channel by tipping on Venmo or CashApp like Stefan B., who says, it's been a minute, but snaps for the solo video. Thank you for all your content. Happy Pride. Thank you, Stefan. I appreciate that.
Stefan.
Now, of course, we're going to go over the YouTube things as well, but we'll do those at the end of the video. Okay, so as I said, inspired by France. Have you gotten a chance to look at this?
I saw, like, the cast photo and some closer-up shots, too, so.
What I love about this one so much is that it feels like it's a superhero theme, almost.
It does.
It feels like I should be up there, and it makes me angry.
And I love how they each have kind of, like, a color, scheme that they each pick.
All those things play a factor into the feeling of the
superhero,
yeah.
And it does,
they all are individual, but in general for promos, some of the best of all time.
It's so good.
They're so intentional with the choices that are made.
And the diva in the purple is just like so good.
Yes, that's Magnetica. And I love that, like, Magnetica in the purple, and then green in the front on the same side as her, that is Misty. She also is giving me a little bit villain vibes, but a lot of them, are giving hero. Yeah. But I like that we got a couple villains up in there.
Yeah, it looks so good.
Let's get into the list. And we're going to start off with some of the ones for All-Stars that have a great, just the images.
All-Stars ones always are really good, I feel.
So. Most of the time, and a lot of them make the list, but actually a lot of them don't, too.
Really?
So
okay.
We're going to look at 3 that are just for the image. So just because it's not here doesn't mean it's not coming up later. Because it might fall into different categories. So the 3 that fall into just great promo images, not necessarily video, are All-Stars 2, which also doesn't even have a real flyer. They never had a formal flyer. The flyer just has Alaska and Coco's hands on him.
Yeah.
And that's it. Then we've got All-Stars 8 and 9 as well.
I did love that All-Stars with Jimbo. I did love that flyer. That one was so good. That poster is so good.
With All-Stars 2 and 8, their teaser trailer, they don't have any, they're not like live and moving. It's just stills of them in these looks.
Yeah.
Like, it's just the amount of effort that's put in varies based on the year.
Yeah, because they didn't have a video in these looks that did.
There is a video, but they're literally it's just images.
But they should have, because a lot of these looks were really fabulous.
And if this red carpet was real, I think that's part of the problem too.
It's all edited.
A lot of these people aren't.
Well, I think when this came out, some people did say that it looked really edited, but I think it looks still really
The overall
cool.
image is stunning. Yeah. Although I would say it's weird that they have so many of the girls matching the carpet. Like this whole half,
right? That
red
whole
and the browns
side is the same colors.
I think, considering how the color palette they gave the queens, they could have done something that...
I guess because it's like a gradient. It's kind of fading to a purple.
But the purple should fade into the browns and reds.
Yeah, they should have...
it...
Why is the white like the lighter color in the middle.
It's just making those girls really pop. And
Yeah.
then, like some of these, you can barely see Kahana down here. It's an interesting choice. Now, we skipped over All Stars 2. These are spectacular promo looks, and I love the idea of, you know, especially since All Stars was gone for so long.
Yeah.
The theme just being like a queen look.
Right, it's very regal.
I wish they would have done a design around it more.
Yeah.
Like the queens, they gave them a very specific theme, but they didn't do anything production-wise to give them that. Like, why would you have them be, like, they were given very specific references that are, like, you know, old school queen looks.
Yeah.
They went into all this effort, and you just put them on a white or purple backdrop.
Right, why is the background just plain purple?
Another one that is very superhero, like France's All Stars, was All Stars 9.
That was also really cool. I do love some of these looks, though. Like, they're really good.
And, I mean, I said all along, like, when this came out, like, Angeria looks like she's the winner. Like, she's the leader. She's God.
That's true. They placed her right in the middle.
And she sure did.
I wonder if, like, did they know when they made it? Like...
Well, I mean, the season's filmed. They come back and film this.
They knew she was at least to the end.
Mm-hmm. She definitely, like, felt like the standout there. But so many good looks. I would say the three on the floor, though, Plastique, Angeria, and Chanel, are probably some of the best. But
I also love Roxy's, though.
Yeah, Roxy's is great. But so is Gottmik. We're jumping to the UK, and it's also just about the image. UK Season 2 and UK vs. the World Season 2. UK Season 2 is very reminiscent of the France one that we looked at in terms of being on the pedestals, just in all white.
And they each have a color.
Very similar color story.
Yeah.
They did have a trailer. UK is consistent with the type of trailer they give and all that. And they're never in their promo looks in the trailer.
That's weird.
It's one of the weirdest trailers ever. There's a bunch of animals. It looks like they're in somebody's apartment. It looks gross. I don't know what it was trying to sell me, but I'm glad that I don't remember that.
I feel like they're giving like a rainbow, but I kind of just wish that they would have lined them up like in rainbow kind of order. But maybe that's me just like doing too much. Like
I mean,
because like Ginny Lemon is like way over here. Like the yellow should be over there with the red and the orange. But
I guess this way they don't like blend; they pop.
Maybe that's true. Maybe if there were a rainbow, it would be too much.
I feel like this Versus the World one is actually kind of similar, but there definitely is actually there's a lot more shared colors because we see a lot of royal blue. There's a couple red.
Yeah, there wasn't really a color scheme,
but these looks are great.
And the Grand Dames is like multicolored. So
that
like,
was my favorite one.
Those looks that she would wear like that is so good.
Yeah. And this one did have a trailer as well, but it's also a little hokey pokey. But at least they had something, but it was like them being at a pageant. And they had to pretend to lose the pageant and all that.
It looks fabulous. And they did a little more with the background.
Yeah, like a good... Because also sometimes on the UK, even the promo itself can just be... You know, that first one was simple that we
It was simple and,
But simple but effective.
Yeah.
Sometimes it goes beyond simple. Like this last one, Kyron and Lavoie season. I think it was supposed to be like a James Bond theme, but it just was like, get somebody who can actually do the photoshopping.
I don't get why sometimes they like slay it and then sometimes it's like, what's going on?
I feel like in some of the franchises it's... It's not as much of a focus, you know.
Yeah.
Up next, we're staying international, and these are both season 4s that aired last year. Down Under season 4 and España season 4, I think both peaked in terms of promos. Down Under, their first few seasons, the promo, either they had no promo theme, or it was bad. The pirate one, remember how bad that was?
Yes.
They came in and gave us the Barbie
This one
Dream
was
House.
so cute.
So adorable.
Yeah.
And they were the only one that capitalized on Barbie success, you know?
That's true. I loved that they did this. I remember when this released, I was instantly like, oh my gosh, I need to watch.
It's the first promo slay for Down Under, for real.
Was that the first one that Michelle was?
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
Michelle's look for this, like Ru sometimes does too, not match at all. She's just in black, you know, like...
Yeah.
but with this logo and, like, with this theming behind her, like, no, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
España, again, has a color palette that we've seen in quite a few that make it the most successful. The rainbow patterns.
Yeah.
With, like, a black and white set. Very graphic floor, though, and everything. And this set was great.
And the colors feel more organized here to me. Like, I don't know why it feels very pleasing to look at.
Look at the worms, like, being like a triangle.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree. I think that does make more sense.
They all look really good.
Fun. Because also you've got multiple people in red, but yet they're placed effectively. So they two girls in pink, you know,
and the two green. Yeah, there's and they're spread out, but you don't even realize.
Okay, so now we're getting into best trailers. Just best trailers specifically. The first one that I remember being a real slay was all the way back on season 4. Ru enters some sort of spaceship.
I remember this one.
Yeah, back in the logo days.
Yes.
Like they borrowed a Star Trek set. And then added these buttons where it's like booger off and Ru's up there.
They used to really camp it up. I kind of miss that.
And Ru just was having so much fun here.
Yeah.
She, at the end, like when they start coming through, because they do this portal, again, very Star Trek.
Yes.
But Ru yells, like when they come through, it's alive, they're alive, or she's alive, or something like that. But then Ru's the one that catches fire with the lightning. Like, Ru wants to be all the parts.
Ru's the zombie, like, or the Frankenstein.
But it was so cool.
Yeah.
So cool. The girls liked the way they popped in. Also, like, they're in their promos.
Yeah.
But then the actual promos that they took photos of, it's just on a white backdrop, and it's just so boring.
Yeah.
And they didn't do anything creative with the way they were, placed and all that. But, like, why didn't they just do them on the set?
Yeah.
The set is so cool.
Right? They could have, like, taken the photo even of them, like, with the hologram-looking thing. Like, that would have been so cool.
Like, there's so much here that could be the backdrop.
Yeah.
The next one that was a real slay was season 6. This is one that is one of the all-time favorites. And
I do love this one.
This was epic. Sissy That Walk was brand new at the time.
Yeah.
So, like, just hearing that, it was, like, so exciting. And it was, like, Ru's best song in so long.
Oh, yeah.
But
Ru just looks so good in it.
Incredible.
And, like, the
Absolutely
color
incredible.
scheme is just so... Like, just the pink and black. It's just so fun.
Which, again, looking at the girls' looks, they're just in black. So, like, the actual promo itself, again, white backdrop or pink backdrop.
Yeah.
And it's kind of boring. But, like, in the video, it's epic.
Right.
It's so cool. They have them, like, all in different groups, and they're different sets. Some girls are having tea. For some reason, Laganja and Jocelyn have fishes.
They were all just doing random campy things, I feel. It was so cute.
There's a few girls that got, like, solo moments. Milk, Magnolia Crawford, and TKB, they showed them out of drag as well.
Oh, I don't even remember that.
Because they wanted to show hot boys as well.
Oh.
Especially when you think about who they showed. It was very strategic.
Yes, okay.
But I would say that
that's actually kind of funny.
Yeah, I know. Milk, like, is lit better out of drag.
Right?
Like, it's just very,
The shot is, like, very good.
Very intentional. Like, that's what they wanted to highlight. I would say that Bianca wins this trailer, though.
She looks so good there, yeah.
And she got her whole own set, like, entirely. She's, like, highlighting in a book, and it's talking about throwing shade, and then she's throwing all the papers in the air, and when I watched it, I was like, holy shit, like, that is who she is.
Right.
Like, it fits.
It fits so well
what she delivered on the season, too. It's funny, because the 3 that were in the top 4 with her, they were all together, and they were, like, jackhammering.
Oh.
And then Ru turns into a panther at the end. I mean, it was so fierce.
It is interesting how they kind of will throw little, like, hints, kind of, like, in these trailers, like, of what might happen.
There's some, like, for instance, it didn't make the list, but season 14, Willow Pill, in that trailer, before you see her foot stomps down, and there's a loud boom sound effect. And then later on, there's another one where also the winner is the only one to have that loud sound boom effect.
Oh.
And that one will make the list, so we'll talk about it.
I can't remember who it was, but someone, like, hurt their foot in the season, and then, like, in the trailer, it, like, had something where they, like, fell or something like that.
Oh, you're talking about, like, Cornbread?
I can't remember.
Cornbread actually was probably the most featured in that trailer.
I can't remember. I'm just talking.
This one has some of my favorite quotes of all time. Curl your hair. My toes look sickening.
Oh my gosh,
Season
they all
8.
look so good in this, too. It was so fun.
Right, because also, again, like, some of these promos, the actual look is not great, but it's so good for this theme, and it was so fun. RuPaul's Hair Salon.
Ru looked so cute.
Ru looks adorable.
I loved this theme. Like, that's such a cute
I love
theme.
when it's, like, fully realized.
Yes.
Like this. But I do love that these 2 girls get speaking parts, and they're the first 2 out.
Yes, they were like, okay, we'll give you a little moment.
I don't A lot of them don't talk.
Maybe they wanted to throw us off.
Up next, season 10. This trailer, when this dropped, this was epic.
It's so good.
Absolutely epic. Ru saying, like, in a world full of 9s, be a 10 or something like that.
Yes.
And then they zoom out and show that she's on a giant X10.
I loved the neon color scheme of this.
Yes.
It was really fun.
Like, everything worked well. Again, kind of like the last few that maybe as a group of just the promo image of them is not as much of a moment, but on the set and live and moving and dancing.
I loved all the looks too. Like, it's just very very fun.
I feel like this is actually one of the shorter ones.
Yeah.
That 8-1, there's a lot of little segments that move a little slow. But boy, yeah, this would be right up your alley.
I know, that's why I'm like, that's like the one I would want to do. I love that.
So now we're moving into the territory where we're going to be looking at both. At the promo image and the trailer.
So they slayed both.
Philippines season 2 and 3. We are going to look at the trailer, and it's unforgettable because they're so weird. So it's a little bit of a different category, but the promo images are an absolute slay.
Okay.
I feel like this first one, this like desert island theme, is one that a lot of franchises have copied since then.
Really?
Yeah.
I do actually love that idea as a theme. I mean, it's very the Candyland thing.
Yeah.
Like,
but this one has more specific color.
I mean, it's very
more intentional palette. Like the Candyland one had all the colors.
Yeah, it was a little too much. But this one, the color scheme is so pretty.
Yeah.
And I think it actually kind of looks like a movie poster to me. Like, just the way they laid it out. Like, with
Mama Pao hovering.
Yeah, like, with her bigger than everybody else.
Yeah. And then the second one, she's still up front, but they're not relying on her name as much.
Yeah.
You know, last year we had a few black and white themes, like the Espana one we looked at, but they were in color. And this one's black and white, and they're in black and white. The weird thing with this one, though, is you can see with some of them that they're holding food. And there was this whole thing where everyone was holding food, and it was like some sort of play on food, you know, for the theme, but like it was wildly unnecessary.
Yeah, I don't get the food part, but other than that, I love that flyer.
The trailer for season 2 was very CGI, but they did a pretty good job with some shots. Like I love the logo in the sand.
And I love that they recreated it to match the poster, though.
Yeah, it's all still on theme.
Right.
And it kind of gives almost like Mario.
I was going to say...
At the end of all their trailers, what's different about this franchise is they basically do a live-action recreation of the promo we looked at a minute ago. So they do this live-action version of her hovering above them, but they're all moving. And Mama Pao is being so weird and going,
She's like, I'm going to eat you.
Like, because she's unhinged. But yeah, it's funny because they do that at the end of both trailers.
I love it.
This one, you can see more of the food.
Oh, here's the food.
But also the random-ass violin playing of Mama Pao. She's an idiot. Just in the best way. You know? But yeah, you can see that they have the food but the set and everything is amazing, and it's just the food was wildly unnecessary.
Yeah, the food like almost takes it out of it too, because everything's like in black and white, and then you just have these random foods.
Like a beach theme.
Yeah,
food might go better with.
Right? Yeah, that'd be cute.
I think it was supposed to be the contrast of like being in an elegant gown,
being gorgeous,
having
and
street food.
Yeah, getting a hot dog or whatever that is thrown in your face.
It's making me hungry.
Oh, I want a hot dog.
The first season ever on Paramount Plus was All-Star 6. And this one had a brand rude start, and it was the sun theme.
I did love this. The color scheme was so pretty.
And some of the shots in this trailer was great. They all had like, these face reveals.
Oh my gosh, yes, I remember this.
They were like in a box, you know.
And Scarlett looked so stunning, too.
So good, yeah.
Sometimes, like, if you just pick the right color scheme, it works. Like, that's what I like. I just need a good color scheme. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? They went really epic for the first MTV season. And they didn't want you to forget that it was on MTV. The logo was everywhere. It's 3-4 times on the poster. It says now on MTV above. Wait, it really
then
is?
Then MTV with the logo. Then MTV on the car. Then MTV below that.
Down below.
4 times on one poster.
And then they said it when they're on the commercial.
Over and over again. And I even include Ru's promo with this one because it's a good shot of the car that was in the trailer.
Oh, yeah.
That car was real. It looks like they're just on a green screen, honestly.
Yeah.
And they're dancing around, but then they're, like, doing a runway. And the way they quickly, like, move from one to the other was really fierce. And it made it exciting. And again, like, I loved the colors with the checkerboard of, like, the race car. Like, it was just so good. And, yeah, everybody looked really good in this one, too. Mm-hmm. The ones before that were cute, and there were some cute themes, but this one felt like they're coming in, like, fierce and hot.
It was like oh, okay.
It was coming in with, like, a more dominant energy.
It's like Sasha Colby's here, and they just turned out this amazing...
She has a boom.
...flyer, like...
She turns around and has a hard boom in the trailer. She's another winner that has a boom.
Oh, also, she does? She has the boom?
She's in this trailer far more than anyone else. I mean, there's 6-7 shots of her whipping her ponytail around.
Before we knew she was going to win, I feel like it was just such a, like, amazing thing that she was on the show. Like, everyone was, like, gagged by that. So, like...
They were selling sugar and spice and testosterone.
Yeah, they were targeting the pageant people and the TikTok.
Yeah.
The TikTok people.
They knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
Next, the most recent season also made the list.
So good.
This water theme was pretty epic. And considering the one before that was 16 was a little off. That whole, like, dystopian green and browns and yellows.
Yeah. It didn't live up.
It was a fart.
Yeah.
Wet fart. Dude, this was beautiful.
They slayed it again.
And again, it's so effing simple.
Yeah.
But it's so good. And the sets were really well crafted and designed. Like, they were beautiful.
It really felt like some of them were, like, actually wet. Like, they were dripping in water.
Yeah,
and
they were really in water in this trailer.
I mean, I know, like, Lexi for sure. I guess they all were.
I'm telling you, I rewatched it, and they really put them in water.
It was so good. And I was obsessed with Lexi's look in this.
I wonder if they wanted Lexi to win, though, because Lexi is the standout in this trailer, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Although Jules has some great mug shots, like, her face. And Lana, actually, is one of the standouts.
She was. I mean, everybody looked really good, but...
This is, like, in terms of the Queen's actual looks... top to bottom, one of the best casts of all time. The only outlier for me that really doesn't make sense with anyone's look is Corey's. Look at Corey up there in black.
It is, like, darker than the rest
like a dark
of
gray,
the looks.
but it doesn't go with any of the other
I guess it's supposed to be, like a darker, watery... Like, it does still kind of look like...
She got some oil in her water?
Maybe that was what she was going for.
I mean, it does stand out.
Overall, the looks were just so good.
And how fierce for Susie being up there at the top.
Right?
Good for her. Up next, season 9.
Yes.
Again, another season where it's this is the first one on VH1. So it seems like the seasons that are the first on the new network, they put the money and effort in.
I wonder, like, can they not just keep that up? Like, hit it out of the park and then keep doing it. Like,
and the thing is, there's nothing here that costs money.
Right.
Like, this is actually one of the more simple in terms of...
It's just about coming up with a good idea, I guess. Like...
It's someone coming up with
it. Whoever comes up with the idea just has to...
The explosion of colors here is so fierce.
Oh, yeah.
It's so good.
And the looks, again, were just really fun. Like, I remember just, like, being obsessed with... I loved Shay's look. I loved Nina's look. I mean, it was so iconic.
These were the ones that I pulled out that were, like, really popped.
Honestly, all the ones that you picked are, like, some of the best ones.
Yeah,
like,
they're the ones that really popped. Okay, so that leads us to the best one of all time. The other first season of this franchise on VH1. All Stars 3.
Ah! Oh my gosh, yeah.
This truly was... And again,
it was gaggy.
With all of these, we're not talking about anything that happens on the season. It's about just the promotion.
Yeah.
Just what we see. And nothing has ever come close to this.
Yeah.
And the expensiveness. This was shot by David LaChapelle, one of the most famous photographers in the world.
Oh my gosh.
They've never had anyone that famous or nice that I'm aware of ever do them again. I bet he was expensive, but...
Yeah.
I mean, it was worth it. Gayla saying, "So sweet, you won't know what hit you." And then a disco ball hits her in the head. But, like, that is true. That's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
Trixie was hilarious.
Yes.
She said something, kicking her feet with the stirrups. And
I loved her look in that.
Yeah. She was one of the people that popped.
Yeah.
Them all around Ru and moving and live action. And
it just looked so fabulous.
Just like, wow. They really stepped it up. This is what All Stars 2 deserved, but they gave them nothing.
I know, why do they not, like, if you're in the look, like, let's film a little video with it. Like, I don't know.
Going back to season 9, that move to VH1 must have been really last minute, because this trailer ends with the logo coming to logo.
So they switched, like, mid-seat, like, after they already announced it, I guess? That's crazy.
The trailer still is out there and exists that says on logo. Which I actually think back...
Why did they switch? Just to get better...
Way more households. VH1 was in way more households than logo, and MTV is in every household. You know, they keep moving to networks that get more and more viewers.
I just feel like they switch so often.
At least so far, knock on wood, it always goes up to a better network. Like, if we start slowly moving back down to logo, we know it's in trouble.
If we went back to logo, that would,
But isn't it interesting that most of the ones that are some of the all-time greatest are when they first move to a new network?
That is really interesting, and I don't know why, like, I just wish they would keep that up. Like, I don't know why sometimes they just don't think of a good idea or what it is, but...
You know the weirdest one to not be here, but also I understand why, is the all-winter season.
Why was that not better?
Out of all All-Star seasons, the most minimal effort. They were all in white, or, silver, gray, and on a gray backdrop. No video at all.
Like, that deserved the level of All-Stars 3.
Right!
Like...
Right.
Because, I mean, the effort you put into it is what? The effort that's gonna... Like, that's the opinion we're gonna feel of the season. You're creating
a feeling for the audience. Like, you're telling them how to feel.
Right.
That's what it's supposed to do.
Yeah.
They were already spending a lot of money to get them, and they were giving them a lot of money every week and all that. So, like, maybe too much of the budget went for it to happen.
Yeah.
They couldn't afford to do it.
Yeah.
But again, as we've seen with so many of these, it's not about the money.
Right? Like, because they could still just pick a good color scheme and make the background, like, pick a good background.
It's just creating, someone being creative.
Yeah.
And sometimes it feels like there's different people doing it in charge.
Yeah. Maybe that is what it is. They just can't keep one person that does it,
Yeah, they need a creative director just for the promos.
Yeah.
Now it's time to take a look at our YouTube thanks. I think that bracket 1 was serviceable. The queens were good, but it was also too kumbaya. I would say that they were like a good introduction to how the format works.
Yeah.
It wasn't too spicy. They played somewhat fair. Like, I think if we'd started off with a group that immediately broke all the rules.
Yeah.
Broke the rules.
And if we would have started out with bracket 3, it would have been like a little... Like, what is this season going to be?
People want to keep watching.
Yeah. So I think actually, looking back, I think they spaced it out a really good.
They said bracket 2 was a perfect mix. They brought the drama. They were fun to watch. Seemed like they were also authentic.
Oh, yeah.
I think for me, the reason why I'm not vibing with the final bracket is because they're coming across too self-produced. I agree. Mm-hmm. And it's clear, painfully clear, that Ginger is being pushed to the semifinals. I do agree with Mera, though, that WoW needs to bring in some international queens like Marina Taste, Davina De Campo, etc.
Yeah.
Maybe on the third time, one of the brackets can be just international queens. I would like them mixed in because... And they've done that, like Jimbo, the Vivian.
Right.
Like, what, do they got to give them the crown? Like, they have to be
right, why does it
crown?
have to be, like, one of Rue's favorites for them to do that?
It's surprising that they did that a couple times in a row, and then they stopped doing that. Because there's so many queens.
Because there are others that we would love to see.
Right, like...
the ones that you listed, I would love to see all of them.
And sometimes you think... Because it can be complicated with, like, working in the States, but Marina and Lawrence Chaney are both on the... Vegas show.
Right.
Like, basically living there, at least part-time. There's no reason they can't also film Drag Race if they're doing that.
Yeah.
But what do I know? Yeah, I would like that. At least a person.
And actually, I'm surprised. Lawrence Chaney would probably be the one that Rue would do that for, because Rue does love Lawrence Chaney.
Right.
So.
Yeah. Maybe she's saving her for all winners.
Maybe, yeah.
Well, let us know what you think about the greatest promos of all time, cast promos, and if there's any we missed that you think should have made the list. I love the idea of the season 14 one. That's one that I think could have made the list, but also, in the video, why is the Candyland, like, gray and drab?
Yeah. It's like the idea was there, but they didn't slay it as hard as they could have.
I feel like it's almost like a filter over it. It doesn't look good.
Yeah.
And let us know if there's any other trends you noticed with the promos of, especially the winner.
Any stomps.
We're going to head out of here for now, and I have one last thing to say today. Glad you got to see us. Bye!